Hi guys, please excuse the outfit and the microphone. My lapel mic destroyed itself on the journey I did last week, which was a 600-mile journey in the Leaf to pick up a load of garage flooring. Now of course this is the garage that the flooring is going to go down, but first I'm going to do all the walls. I'm going to end up possibly doing some sort of logo on there, I'm not sure, doing all the archives, and I think I'm going to go for a much darker colour scheme on this. The floor is black, I'll show you that in a second, and I think that that will contrast nicely to whatever car is in this garage, because what I used to do, some of you will already know this, is be one half of a car detailing outfit where we basically spend anywhere from 1 to 4 or 5 days on a single car, getting all the little scratches out of it, making sure it's as clean as possible, the real anal type stuff. Now, although I won't be doing that again, certainly not in a professional way, I will of course be doing it on my own cars and the other one, friends and family. So that's what I want this to be. Right, I'm in my painting clothes. The GoPro is going to be switched to a time lapse, so I think I'm ready. Right, here we go. Bit of a tidy of the garage first. I thought it'd be easier to do this voiceover type than some terrible royalty-free YouTube music. I've gone for gloss black on the architraves and the skirting board, which is just on that end plastered wall. The breeze blocks and all them don't have any sort of skirting boards on, and they never will really. They're too uneven, there's bits of concrete splashed on them. So I thought I'd go for this black sort of painted skirting board effect, which you'll see me doing in a minute, because that will hide the gap between the flooring and the edge of the wall, because there has to be an expansion gap. There won't be any skirting boards, as I said, so this I thought was the best way of doing it, and it has worked out really nice. I've gone for black over the garage door itself. You can't quite see it on this angle, but you will see it later on. That took a lot longer than I thought. My daughter helped me out on a lot of this, which you'll probably see later on, and now I start the really boring task of painting this entire garage. And I have to say, I kind of underestimated how long this took me. I'm using a normal brush because the roller, which I think I mentioned it in the video, the roller that I had just disappeared. I couldn't find it. It's one of those where you think, I've got everything I need, but ultimately you don't, do you? Always end up losing some stuff. Dark grey, or urban obsession, as the colour's called, is what I've gone for here. I want a dark wall contrast, so when the car's inside, when I'm working on a car, it's got that nice contrast against the paint and the LED lighting. At the moment I'm doing the edges because I ran out of masking tape as well. You can tell I'm very much prepared and a great DIYer with the fact that I'm doing things just completely, slightly strange, slightly out of order. I must admit, going around all these little edges was an utter pain in the butt, especially on a breeze block. It just absorbs paint. Even though it's been painted before, it's like a sponge. Bit of a time jump there due to a fault with the GoPro, but ultimately this is the point where I'm just about to run out of paint. And of course, my local store has stopped doing it, basically. So this is when we started doing the actual flooring, which, as I kind of explained later on in the video, it's just a doddle to put down. And my daughter helped me put this floor down. That is how easy this is. She genuinely put down about half of the tiles whilst I was cutting them. So you can see me cutting the tiles up there, and she's just hammering them in. It is that easy. You just put them in place like a jigsaw and whack them in with a rubber mallet. It's simple as that, and went down, I reckon, in just a few hours if you include all the edges and whatnot. This time lapse you can see is over about 2 weeks on and off, but that's mainly kind of after work for a couple of hours here and there, as well as the odd day on a weekend. So it's quite hard to judge how long it actually took me to do this whole garage, but you're probably looking at a full weekend and maybe a couple of evenings work, mainly painting if I'm honest. But yeah, the flooring is just brilliant. It cuts very easily and it goes down just as easily. It doesn't have to be perfectly level either. It is forgiving, so you don't have to worry about getting the flooring nice. You don't have to screed the floor or anything like that, like you would have to with the kind of porcelain tiles, something like that. Which, I mean, I'd love to put tiles down, proper porcelain tiles down, but they're just simply too expensive, and I can't afford that. This wall was the bane of my life and took several evenings and full day on a weekend because it's just a pain in the butt. As I said earlier, I didn't have the roller, and at least with the brush I could do it in one go. All the little dimples and holes that you get in breeze blocks, that's kind of taken care of in one go. But ultimately, it's just a boring job. Thankfully, I had a bit of music playing. No help, of course, by the missus there. So I had to do this all by myself. But you know, I guess I'm hoping she's not going to watch this, because she'll probably have a go at me after saying that. So I might edit that bit out. Yeah, here we go. I'm nearly finished on the painting bit. Maybe I should have skipped this bit of time lapse, but quite frankly, I couldn't be bothered. I've been painting so long, my eyes have gone blurry. 19,000 pictures with a 5-second interval. If you're wondering, it took me to do this whole video, and yes, I'm feeling the effects of it now. Full of cold, so please excuse the nasal sort of voiceover. So yeah, now we're pretty much done on the wall. I managed to get some extra paint, of course, as you can imagine, and luckily I had about a centimetre of paint left in the bottom of the paint tin by the time I'd finished that back wall, which I'm about to do. So just managed to do it. Probably a good thing I didn't use a roller, really, because it had absorbed that much paint. I'd have had to buy yet more paint to do it all on. So using the brush is never a bad thing. Well, in this circumstance, I'd have had to buy more paint, cost more money, and as a Yorkshireman, that's a bad thing. So here we are. Yes, it's finished. Just got the rest of the flooring to do. Again, easily cut out, and the black bit around the edges hides the masking. So that's good. Here we are. Bit of a tidy up, and we're finished. And finally, I'm done. Yes! It took a bit longer than I thought, I admit. The painting took longer, and thanks to a few mishaps like running out of paint, the local store stopped doing that paint, the roller I had planned just going missing. I'm sure I had one, but I couldn't find it, so I ended up having to use the brush for the whole thing. So yeah, it didn't all go to plan, but ultimately it's pretty much, I think it's pretty much how I wanted it to be. I may at some point, as I mentioned earlier in the video, do the EVM logo on that wall. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to see how it goes, really. The flooring went down so easily, it's incredible. You probably saw on the time-lapse, which I haven't seen yet. My daughter did half of it herself whilst I was cutting the pieces to size. The flooring is from a company called Duramat. They don't even know I'm doing this video. It's not sponsored or anything in any way. D-U-R-A-M-A-T. Have a look on there. And because I went to pick up this flooring in a previous video, which you might have seen, this entire garage, floor, paint, all that, cost me, I would say, less than £300 for this entire garage refurb. That's the walls, that's the flooring. Obviously I did it myself, so there's no labour costs, as it were, but yes, if you're gonna get flooring, pick it up, it's cheaper. I've gone through black all around the edges of the garage door. Garage door I'm not going to bother painting, that would be a pain in the butt. At some point I do want to have that door replaced for one that will be completely sealed, a sectional door that comes with some sort of insulation as well, because this is a complete heatsink in winter, although it is quite nice if it's a hot summer, because it's a nice cool place to be. So yeah, black around the edges, black flooring. This flooring is available in, I think, black, grey, I think they did blue and yellow as well, and I think red, so you can have patterns. I just thought I'd go and make it easier and just go straight for black. And the rest is just a kind of a dark grey, as it were. It's called Urban Obsession, because I'm down with the kids, as it were, is the paint colour that I used. It's basically a jigsaw piece. You can see the individual pieces, just squares there with the zigzags or the jigsaw, as it were, all going along here. And you just literally whack it in place. Mark out what you need, cut it to fit, and yeah, really straightforward. And near the garage door, you can't quite see it. I might be able to open the door for you. There you go. You've got some nice ramps here, so obviously the car will come up nicely. And yeah, looks nice and neat. I'm happy with that. Part of me's thinking I should have kind of done that door as well, which goes into kind of like a utility room and mini store and the toilet kind of around there as well. So I may end up doing that door the same as that one. Yeah, maybe that's another plan for the future. I was on a seriously tight budget, hence why I went for this flooring, hence why I did it all myself, why I picked it up, why I painted all these. I mean, yes, it'd been lovely to plaster all these walls and insulate everything and put a porcelain tiled floor down, but this is a £300 garage refurb. That would have been a couple of grand upwards to do all that. I ain't got that money. So this is what is possible, I guess. You can take from this video. This is what you can do with just a few £100 and a bit of elbow grease. Brilliant! The floor's not coming up, and considering I put it down, that's an achievement. Yes, I can stand here with my manly friends and stare at the engine and pretend we know what we're doing, what we're looking at. Yes, that's where the screen washer goes in. That's an engine. It's the air intake. These are lights, I know that. There we have it. The floor's fine. It's not bowing, it's not compressed at all. Obviously, time will tell if anything happens when it's parked on here for weeks on end or anything like that. But in terms of cleaning and detailing, all that sort of stuff, I think this will be perfect. If you're wondering why the Leaf isn't parked here, well, I used to have a Polo GTI, and when it was 3 months old, someone basically broke into the house, took the keys, took the car. So that's why this is in here, for mainly security reasons. They actually had the keys of the Leaf next to the keys to the Polo, and they didn't take the Leaf. I'm not sure if I should be insulted or overjoyed, but basically I don't think many people, if any, are going to travel all the way to this tiny little village to steal a Nissan Leaf. They probably won't go for this either. They all like to go for fast Volkswagen and Audis in the West Yorkshire region, of which we live very close to. So that's why it's in here, just as an added bit of security, really. I imagine if this mythical Tesla Model 3 ever turns up, that will be in here, because although I don't think people will be stealing that either, it's going to be the most expensive car I've ever owned, so I think that will definitely be in here. And of course, I'll be cleaning it all the time, kind of as I am with this. Right guys, so that's it. This is the garage makeover video that I did because I didn't have time to do a proper video, so I combined the two. Thanks for watching. If you didn't like it, tough. If you did like it, put a comment below, click the like button, and of course click the subscribe, because that makes YouTube like me more, apparently. I don't know. Try it out, anyway. Thanks for watching, as usual, and I will see you soon.